stacking every month. Put that work in, I deserve to stunt. Bring the baddies to the front. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. Yeah. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. Look, I deserve some time away. I feel good cause I'm post.
All right, Detroit Lions fans, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about the draft on today. We're going to talk about Marshawn Kneeland. You know that the Lions definitely need a young pass rusher to develop. And we're going to get right into the story, man. We're not going to even waste any time with none of this stuff, man. We're going to get right into it. Marshawn Kneeland stands at about 6'3", close to 270 pounds. Hand size is about 9 1/8. Arms is 34 1/2. Wingspan is 83 3/8. When it comes to the 40-yard dash, he is a whopping 4.75, so he does have some speed, and that's something that the Lions desperately need on defense. They need guys that are athletic and guys that have speed in that front seven, and definitely I think that Marshawn Kneeland can provide that. In the shadow, he did 4.18, vertical leap 35.5, broad jump 9.11. So some positive notes about Marshawn Kneeland that you guys may know or you may not know. You know, we've been talking about so many different draft prospects. It's like crazy, man. When it gets down to the last couple of days and you're still talking about draft picks, you kind of wear yourself out because you done heard all the mock drafts. You done heard most about all the prospects, and you're just hoping that the Lions go out and get a young elite pass rusher. We just can't put all of our marbles on the table and say that Marcus Davenport is going to be our guy, or the Matthew Betts kid from the Canadian Football League. We don't know who's going to be the guy. So we got to be able to go out there and also develop a young pass rusher to go alongside Aiden Hutchinson. Now, one thing that you need to know about Marshawn Kneeland, has a great frame with good length, has the NFL-ready body, impressive strength at the point of attack, has long arms to get the extension, can set the edge versus offensive tackles against the run. He is very good in run support and has the strength to hold ground against combo blocks and double teams and tackles and tight ends. Is a very, very good bull rusher and displays an array of different moves as a pass rusher. Has a lower leg drive to collapse the pocket. Has a very, very high motor as a pass rusher who can get coverage sacks as well. Now, some negative things, if you want to look about his negatives or you want to say his weaknesses, not quick twitched or a high-level athlete, a little clunky and heavy-footed at times in his movements, lacks burst of acceleration off the line of scrimmage, isn't going to win around the edge with speed, drops his hands, and overall use of hands as a pass rusher is still a work in progress. Basically, guys, so, you know, there's always going to be things that these guys need to work on. So I really don't try to talk about everything that they need to work on all the time, because you know coming into the NFL, you still got work to do, and you're going to have to get better, especially if you want to be an elite pass rusher in the NFL. Now, his statistics on the season, he played in 10 games. He had 57 tackles, 4.5 sacks, 7.5 tackles for loss, and 2 forced fumbles. And then he did sustain a lower leg injury in 2022, missing 3 games. And then in 2023, missed 2 games with the arm injury. But overall, with this combination of strength and power, Marshawn Kneeland is a bull in the trenches. He has a handful of reps on film where he just overwhelms offensive tackles at the point of attack and refuses to get blocked by tight ends. He also is quick to get his hands up against the run, has good block recognition, and is decent at holding ground against combo blocks. Kneeland is an impressive bull rusher as he has plenty of strength and uses good pad level by getting his helmet on the offensive tackle's chin and keeps his feet moving through the contact. All of this allows him to collapse the pocket, and he flashes a solid arm over move as an inside counter off the bull bull rush. However, the Western Michigan product doesn't appear to be a good athlete, and he is a little stiff. That limits his pass arsenal and can make bending or turning a tight corner at the top rush difficult. So right now, he's pretty resilient at winning with power. And schematically, Kneeland could be best as a 5 or 6 technique defensive end and even fronts. He has an NFL-ready body that is perfect for the type of scheme, which is rare for a group of 5 prospects. He also had a decent showing at the Senior Bowl to help prove he can hold up against the better competition and to boost his draft stock as well. So definitely, man, if you're looking to get a pass rusher in his draft, Marshawn Kneeland is a guy that you can bring in and develop. He has the size that you want. Yes, he is a raw prospect. Yes, he still has things that he needs to work on. He still needs to add more arsenals. And he does have different pass rush moves, but he needs to understand when you're playing in the NFL, you need to have an array of moves because guys will always be trying to counter your moves. So you always got to be quick on your toes. But definitely, man, I think that Kneeland would be a great prospect for the Detroit Lions to draft. I think that he's one of those guys that you can get in the later rounds, especially if you don't decide to go with the edge in the beginning with the number 29 pick overall, or you decide to take an end later in the draft. Whatever the Lions decide to do, man, Marshawn Kneeland should be available. And if the Lions want to develop a guy like Kneeland, they can draft him and add him along with Aiden Hutchinson. And both of those guys can handle their business in 2024. But definitely, man, I can't wait to see the draft. The draft is right around the corner. Make sure you guys leave it in the comment section. What do you think about Marshawn Kneeland and the Lions possibly drafting him? All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Until next time, peace.
Stacking every month, put that work in. I deserve to stand. Bring the baddies to the front. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. Yeah. It's the type of life that I want. It's the type of life that I want. Look, I deserve some time away. I feel good cause I'm posted. Just won't put my feet in the sand. Ain't tryna be far from oceans. Don't want stress about nothing, just fruit and wine, I'm floating.